Ziwa, good morning. Sitting here on the streets of Cluj-Napoca. Have about a half hour. We're going to catch a bus, head just slightly out of town, and go exploring something that I saw on the bus on the way into town. Come along, Cluj-Napoca. Little ongoing construction here, just on the outskirts of the historic city center. See a little park area, and we finally got the green guy. One thing about Cluj-Napoca I have learned: when you're waiting on the walk sign, be prepared. You might wait anywhere from 2 to 3 minutes to catch that walk sign. So this place we're going today, I saw it on the way down, coming over from Cluj-Napoca, and I got on my phone right away to see exactly what I was looking at and make sure I saved the location on my maps. So it looks like it's about a 30-minute bus ride to get back up the hill. Let's go explore. All right, so my bus does not appear on the buses departing imminently board or on the big board, which shows all the different buses that depart from here. So let's see if I'm in the right spot. We're looking for bus M12, Metro 12. Well, a slightly different vantage point to the reconstruction here. Moved across the street because the M12 was not showing on that board over there. But there is a bus stop on this side of the street, and there are a lot of people standing over here, so I don't think I've missed it just yet, but we'll keep hanging out. Well, welcome to a little touch of the Romanian countryside. Just a 15-minute bus ride up from the city center down in Cluj-Napoca. If you're looking for some honey, this is the place to come. So we are heading to the Holy Trinity Monastery, which looked just phenomenal on the bus ride up, since it's about a 1 kilometer walk. Boy, it is nice to be out of the city. Got that perfect azure sky behind us. Flowers in bloom and the birds chirping, and not much traffic noise, which is kind of nice. Romanian flag hanging proudly from the window on this house. Look how steep the rooftops are. I remember noticing that for the first time down in Sibiu. All right, let's continue walking on. All right, our first fork in the road, and the right side here delivers us to the Church of Paraskiva. Apologies if I don't say that correctly. From what I looked online, there are like 3 different things to visit up here. One is this church that we're heading to. The second is the aforementioned monastery, and there's also a chapel. Wasn't sure what to do today. I had some ideas about going north up into northern Romania, close to the Hungarian-Ukrainian border. As I mentioned before, though, trains are just not very fast. So something that would take an hour to drive was going to take about 4 hours by train. And then there was a Flixbus heading down to Sibiu, which I just mentioned a moment ago. And I spent about 3 weeks in Sibiu a couple of years ago. Really liked it. Thought about going back down that direction, but I may just save that for another day. But I had seen this on the drive in from Cluj-Napoca, so I wanted to come check it out. So far, so good. Now let's see how we get that direction. All right, first stop on the hill is the Church of St. Paraskiva, built in the late 1400s, 1488 I think is what I saw, and then had a more modern reconstruction in 1925. That's about 100 years ago to you and I. Right in front here is a monument to, I translated that as basically the fallen soldiers of the village here from World War II. And just happened across the other side of the monument, World War I. Very peaceful setting overlooking the valley below. Climbing up the hill a way, get to the monastery. I don't know if this is, I don't want to be walking into someone's home here. Oh no, this might be the right way. What I was really anticipating on the bus trip up here, and with as many people that got off the bus, that this place was going to be absolutely rammed with tourism. And so far, I haven't seen anybody since I got off the bus. Oh, check out the fresco. Ah, very cool. So there's some workers down on that side, like working in the garden area. You see the top of the church we just visited, the copper dome here. I like the archways that kind of surround the area here. Check out some flowers against this. I don't know, it's like a little small chapel maybe. I don't know if we can try to sneak a look inside. Okay, so a better overview of what we're looking at. This is the roadway came in on, walked up this direction, started here. That's the Church of Paraskiva, and then just kind of snuck back this direction up the hill, and this is the I guess the main attraction right here, and that is right here. And again, no visitors. I'm surprised because if you read any articles on Cluj, this is one of the get out of town and see things. Go up a staircase from the monastery there, get a nice little look back over it. I think right below with the dark brown roof, that might be part of the chapel that I mentioned on the way up, although I'm not positive. I am positive it's a really beautiful panoramic view back into the valley. and some mountains off in the distance, which you probably can't see through the lens of the camera, but I see quite well. But I do see also those clouds that are starting to build on the horizon. That means rain in the forecast, and that's exactly what it is, starting overnight. So certainly glad that we were able to get up here and see this today. I have spent exactly 45 minutes here. Again, just amazed that there is zero visitors, zero tourism, because I really anticipated it was going to be lots of people. So I think I'm going to walk back towards the bus. I have no idea what time the next one comes, but let's get back down that direction and then just a short ride back into Cluj-Napoca. I gotta say, it's a pretty little village though. Alright, we'll head back down into the city. Let's go off-road this time. Oh yeah. Well, that is the direction we're heading. 7 kilometers to Cluj-Napoca, 4 miles. But here's a very empty bus stop, meaning that there isn't one anytime soon, or if there was one, it's already been here and passed. So we may be waiting for a little bit. This is definitely not a walkable route back. 4 miles doesn't sound bad, but it's basically all along highway with no path. So we will wait. Oh, super. Mulțumesc. Well, that worked out just perfect. I saw a taxi go past when I was sitting at the bus station. I'm like, I wonder if I can't get a Bolt taxi out here. And sure enough, there was some guy about 3 minutes away that must have been taking somebody up that direction. So I called a 5 kilometer ride with him back for 20 lei, which is about €4, $4.50. And now we're back in the city in another part of town I have never been in. Well, the cafe scene is alive and well here on a weekday evening. Almost 6 p.m. Stopped at a little garden pub, had 3 Pilsner Urquells at 20 lei a piece. That's just north of $4. Now I'm going to head to a new little pub here in the city center that just opened within the last year. It got great reviews on Google, so I'm going to go check it out. But I got to first hit an ATM because I have no Romanian lei left. I have euros, I have dollars, but I have no lei. So we'll hit an ATM and we'll go find this pub. We're right back at the square in the main city area of Cluj-Napoca. There is St. Michael's right there. 82 degrees right now, 28 degrees Celsius. Still at 6 p.m., but it feels much cooler that the sun is behind the clouds. Rain in the forecast. As a frequent visitor to Europe, sometimes I get asked the question, why do you enjoy it so much? I think this is the epitome of it right here. The cities have so much activity to them. If I think back home to the United States, I mean, the downtown areas, unless there's a sporting event going on, are usually mostly just kind of happening during the daytime, businesses and things such as that. Here the suburbs are normally quiet, but the city itself remains quite active into the evening. I think that's what's so fun and entertaining about it. All right, let's find an ATM machine, a bankomat. Back from Cluj-Napoca. After a very long wait across the boulevard back there, we're across. We did stop at the ATM. Picked up 100 lei, which is just north of 20 US dollars, a little bit south of 20 euros. So along the cobblestones through the crowd, feels like a Friday or a Saturday, doesn't it? All right, let's go find this little garden pub. Cluj has a very amazing old town. I think we've caught up with the tour group again. All right, we're going local. Ursus, the pride of Romania. I don't know if it's the pride of Romania, but it's a pretty good beer. It was 24 lei, which is the equivalent of about $5.50. I thought, well, that's kind of expensive, but you know, I mean, you're in the city center. He chased me down. He goes, "You only wanted one?" I said, "Yes." He goes, "I rang you in for two." So I said, "All right." I said, "I'll come back and grab the second one here shortly after I finish this one." How's that for honesty? Amazing. What a cool find here in the city.